Welcome to Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Wanderlust Saga, yeah, that stuff. I'm Kieran, and we're back at this. So it's been a week since I last recorded this, and I had thought about live streaming some of the stuff that I did, but sometimes it was not good for streaming because I was getting up a lot, and just like a lot of intermittent, and it would have been a weird janky video to do the video the same because I was just whatever I had 5 minutes I was sitting down and doing a little bit of this. But let's go to equipment. So first of all, I have the Ultima weapon and almost every keyblade. I have gotten whatever that is, Meteor Strike, the Wizard Relic. This was the one, so we had Meteor Strike last time, but Wizard's Relic. Okay, so I found out it's not quite the same chance as the Defender. It's 0.2 versus 0.3, so it's technically only 20. It's only 2/3 as, but still. Yeah, 2/3 is common, but still, it's oh god, finding this was hard. I spent a lot of time going between two rooms. We do have the Dream Shield for Goofy, and 7 Elements, which 7 Elements is his version of Fantista, or whatever you want to call it. But let's kind of go into here. So talk. Hi. So as you can see, if we go all the way up to here and kind of walk our way down, all those mix that's said there, is, if you haven't noticed, means that I've made this, and I've made all of them. So Ultima weapon has one of the things that we haven't seen yet. The Dazzling Stone. We saw what dropped the Dazzling Stone, but I hadn't actually done it yet. And then Energy Stones. Fury Stones come from the giant shadows. Power Stones come from, if I'm lucky, and I am, come from these guys, which I found something out, and I'm not gonna actually do like a full round of this. Oh, I don't actually have that. Whatever. Stop. You can use stop on them. Again, I'm not going through all of that. Dream Shield, though, the shield we got for Dommel, you get when you have a Fire Arts, Blizzard Art, Thunder Art, Cure Art, Gravity, Stop, and Arrow Art. All of them. Once you have all of them, which that's one for each of your spells. There are 7 spells here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they're dropped by the white mushrooms. So if you do white mushrooms, all of them, the hardest one to get probably is Stop Arts, because you can only do stop in one area, while there are white mushrooms that do stop for the pink agaricus, whatever you want to call that. Those do not drop Stop Arts. The only ones that drop Stop Arts are in the sunken ship in Atlantica. Then I did have to do a whole bunch of the pink agaricus, and because I needed more Serenity power. I've run around a whole bunch of here because this is actually like super good for experience. Just running around Traverse Town. Okay. So yeah, I did a whole bunch of that. And then there was a lot of, like, Thunder Gems come from guys from Atlantica, so did Frost Gems. I needed to get some Power Gems from the monkeys in, Deep Jungle, Tarzan's World. And I do kind of want to show, I think I said at one point that I was going to kind of try and get a little bit of every gem, all of these stuff to kind of go through their descriptions. But after looking at the descriptions, a lot of these descriptions are almost word for word the same with minor variations. Spirit Shard, a gem shard containing essence of fighting spirit. Spirit Gem is a gem containing an essence of fighting spirit. Similarly, Lucid Gem is a gem containing an essence of emptiness. The big thing that changes is what the essence is of, or if it's a gem, gem shard. Crystal, crystallized essence of spirit and strength, which is power. Which power is mostly strength, but I don't think there's a spirit crystal. Don't quote me on that. Lucid is a crystallized essence of emptiness. Stones, a mysterious stone filled with fire for blazing stone. Then we have thunder. Shiny is essence of 3 elements. Those drop from the wizards. Bright is vitality. Mystery goo, droplet of crystallized mysterious substance used for item synthesis. Gale, howling gale frozen in crystal form. Stormy stone, a mysterious stone filled with wind. Mithril shard, a mineral shard containing rare metal. Auriculum, a rare and most valuable ore. Then energy stones are filled with energy. Dazzling stones are filled with light. And we're kind of, real fast, I'm going to kind of do kind of like a whirlwind tour of dazzling stones, energy stones, and stormy stones, because they're all right here, and they take just a few minutes for me to get. But I kind of want to show, like, what I've been doing. So those people who are curious. So at this point, it's a lot easier for me now that I have the ultimate weapon. Oh yeah, power gems don't come from Power Wilds. They actually come here. So... oh crap. This is gonna be... okay, and then magic. And that gives me a dazzling stone. When I was doing this, I had stopped on my hotbar. I had actually switched out what was on here. And stop is actually super useful. It's become one of my favorite spells. Very easily. And for another reason, so we're gonna hit up Hollow Bastion, which is where you get the energy stone. I also had to do a lot more of grinding in getting, like, I had to do more of the thunder stones that or lightning stones, I think is what they're called. The ones that are basically that shell game, Heartless, that I don't enjoy whatsoever. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, so energy stones. These are actually pretty difficult to get. Okay. Okay, this is the guy that we gotta fight. He will go invisible until he hits too low of life. Then you can kill him. There are 3 that will spawn in this room, but the last 2 are hard because you can usually only ever get one of them because they spawn together. And when the stealth soldiers, which is I think what their name is, when they don't have any more Heartless around them, they warp out. Which makes them... You have to kill them before Donald and Goofy kill everything else, because Donald and Goofy will. Especially where I was at, Donald and Goofy did a lot more damage than I did. And they will ignore the stealth soldiers. That is what they're called, right? I looked at their journal entry at this point. And I'm also going to talk about that, because if you can see, there was another thing done there. So this is going to be way back here. Yeah, stealth soldier. And a stealthy Heartless, similar in appearance to a soldier. It appears alongside other Heartless and deals attacks from afar. Although a troublesome enemy, it shows itself once its weakness is uncovered. Oh. That was a weird noise. So we've talked about most of these. Destroyed Behemoth, a greater Behemoth subspecies. It has extraordinary strength unparalleled to that of the Behemoth. However, despite its appearance and size, it shares the same weakness as the standard archetype. We're actually going to look at that one real here in a second. Jet Balloon, that's the one. Jet Balloon, a Heartless similar to the Aqua Tank. It flies through the air with tremendous speed. Chasing it will lead to a perilous aerial battle as it unloads its missile driver attack, an attack similar to the Screwdriver. Its heinous nature attracts them to prey who carry lots of money. Which also is something I have lots of. 34,000. I am leveling very quickly because I have all the EXP gear on. Which isn't like the best gear, but it's not bad gear. So these are Neo Shadows. Dang it. I was kind of hoping they'd... So what makes this fight hard is they get more difficult as the fewer number of them. I don't know if it's timed or anything. They're just hard, then deal a lot of damage. And I think there's a way to make some of them respawn right there towards the end. But that could use Stormy Stone. And the Stormy Stone, now that we've got we had a Stormy Stone, Dazzling Stone, Mysterious Stone filled with light, and they're all Mysterious Stone filled with something, and then, where's the Energy Stone? Oh yeah, Energy Stone comes after Power. Mysterious Stone filled with energy. But yeah, I did a lot of that. Well, I thought this room would actually give me, right here, a whole bunch of experience. It gives me about 2,000 experience per cycle of the room, which isn't honestly that much. So, didn't end up using it that much. I also have gone through the Colosseum and done all of the extra Colosseum bits outside of the Hades Cup, waiting for the Hades Cup to be done. That being said, I do need to, and we may do them on camera just to kind of show the Sora alone battles and stuff like that, because I still have to do the Hades Cup multiple times through, and that is important. But let's kind of pick up where we were last week and do more of the Hades Cup. So we were on round 20. Actually, here's some things that I want to do. I don't really want to change any of that, but I'm just going to give Goofy a whole bunch of high potions. And I think, looking at my stock of ethers, I can do the same thing with ethers. I'm going to be pretty, like, protective over, like, elixirs. Okay, I guess that I'm stuck with that potion. High potion and high potion. Just because you need elixirs for fighting Sephiroth. I also use them for Grand Ghosts. Grand Ghosts, that gives you 3 Frost Stones. And 3 Frost Stones is super useful. I think you need at most 6, or maybe 9. I did Grand Ghost very few times. So, yeah. So, I should probably also, once we are done with this, or if we get knocked out at any point, show you what my abilities are looking like. I have a lot longer combo. And that's actually only one of my abilities that I can use. But all 3 of us do a bunch of damage. And Goofy's highest shield that he has doesn't do as much damage as the Defender, which is why I've left him with the Defender. It just gives him more MP. And if I was worried about MP, since he has MP Gift, I'd give him that. But I'm honestly not worried about MP right now. I have a lot. And I'll have more once I actually pick up all my MP equipment. So, I'm just not worrying about it right now. I don't remember if we've gotten this far in. I don't remember how far we got. Did we get just right before Hades? So yeah, and we're level 94, 95. I've seen it at some point, I can't remember which one, because I think I meant to stop at 94 and then went to get something more and hit 95 while doing it. Because we've only got a little bit. We've got the Hades Cup here. And then we will be finishing up there we go. Finishing up with some optional bosses, gummy missions, and little like cleanup stuff like that. Yeah, and mini games. Mini games are going to be the other thing. And then we'll be fighting the final boss, who is going to be very underwhelming once we get... Like, it's a cool spectacle, but will not be anywhere near as difficult as some of the rest of the stuff that we're doing. And in some ways, it's kind of nice to kind of have that slump at the end. Make like everything you've done paid off. I remember when this would actually have been a problem. And I do get a whole bunch of extra experience due to those experience. Like the experience for an earring and amulet. I think that's what that is. I don't remember. Again. One of them gives more experience and is by far more useful for leveling. But the thing is it reduces all my other stats, and it's also very expensive to make. So I wasn't gonna grind to get more of it when, honestly, it just took a little bit of time.
Yo, hey, how you doing, everybody? Yeah, got a minute? Hades, Lord of the Dead, nice to see you. Hey, guess what? I got a place for you yonder.
Fancy. Hades. Hades is another boss that has an exceptionally large health bar.
Hey, having fun yet? That's it.
I don't think his is as large as Sephiroth's, since we've already gotten it down into the... The extra, like, 20 levels does really do a lot. Plus the ultimate weapon has made a big, huge difference for my damage. Just because... Oop.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop! Hey guys, get away from me! Oh, come on!
I don't actually know what that's supposed to be alluding to. And this is where I get Gravica. And some report number 8. I remember asking that at the end of the last episode, and then I couldn't remember, and then looked it up, and it's like, oh, you get it from Hades. And I'm like, oh, duh. Because pretty much every Disney villain gives you some. And I already know where I get Stopka from. Stopka comes from one of the optional bosses that we're going to be fighting later this week. So. The Requiem. This is all the upper tier magic. And it's kind of like all the magic. One of my favorite abilities that you can get for Sora is this slide. Because it allows me to hit the wizards fast enough that they can't teleport away. Okay, Stealth Sneak. This is the variant of Stealth Sneak that we need. And that's Gravity Break, another spell that it was an ability I got as for completing one of the cups, I believe as a time trial. I think it was the Hercules Cup on time trial. Okay, cool. That's on Goofy. Don't get me wrong, Goofy's... There's a reason they go after Goofy. Goofy does a crap ton of damage. Okay. And here's how we deal with this really fast. Because it doesn't get me anything for doing this. Except for maybe some mana back, but I can get mana from beating the crap out of things. And I'm gonna say something that I know not everyone agrees with, and don't take this as a personal attack if you don't feel the same. But I do not like the design of the Ultima weapon, actually. And that's mainly because it basically is just a sword. And I don't know why. Like, we didn't make it more key looking. I haven't seen Ultima Weapon in Kingdom Hearts 3, which is going to be interesting because, like, I've not 100%ed the game after this, actually. This is the only one I've ever 100%ed. And technically I didn't even 100% it, I didn't do the gummy missions before. But I don't expect those to be, like, aw dang. I have kind of gotten a little used to fighting these guys at this point. After trying to get that Wizard's Relic, it's just... you get so used to fighting them. Which, if you're curious, like, where's a good place to farm the Wizard Relic, there's the hotel in Traverstown, next to where you meet Yuffie and Leon. The place where they take you after Leon beats the tar out of you. There's the hallway right there that post Hollow Bastion, after you rescue Kairi, will spawn 4 wizards. And it spawns 3 defenders first, but once you kill the 3 defenders, you get 4 wizards. And then the alleyway, where the entrance to the waterway is, that has like 7 or more. It has a whole bunch of... no, it's not 7. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Because there's 4, 5... no, it's 9. There are 9 of them. Yeah, so there's a ton in the alleyway. And then you can, like, bounce back and forth between those 2 areas and get a whole bunch of wizards killed. Welcome to the end of the Hades tournament. So the Rock Titan okay. Dang. So you can only do damage to his head. Oh no, you can do damage to his feet. He's just got a really large health bar. I normally only do damage to his head. Let's do that. I think you might be only able to kill his head. Ta-da!
We're the champs!
And Hades is fine. Whatever happened to him after his fight, I don't know what it meant. Trinity Limit, which is also a cool ability. Okay, so we have beat the Hades Cup. So, with that, there's another match between the Hades Cup and the Platinum Cup that we gotta do. We need to do the Enter Alone for just Sora. Which I just kind of want to show you. Once you finish a whole thing, you can actually choose by opponent. Which is kind of cool. You can't choose yourself, but yeah. We've got all the trophies in here. And I do actually... Again, one of those cool things that you can pay attention to. You walk up here. We're number 1. And we technically will get a second placing once we do this with the Sora alone and stuff, because then it'll give us the placing for whatever just Sora is. It doesn't stay, but... Hello? What is this? I didn't know this was here. That's interesting. Something I've just found out exists. Stuck to hurt real fast. You beat me last time, but next time won't be so easy. I have beaten you 3 times, Hurt. Once on a time limit. Anyways. But, abilities. So, let's kind of go all the way up to the top. So, Treasure Magnet. Haven't used Summon Pact since the beginning there. Dodge Roll, obviously. Ripple Drive's been a constant through this playthrough. Scan. Hurricane Blast is one of the aerial abilities that we have. MP Haste has been helpful. Haven't really equipped Sonic Blade since the beginning there. An Air Combo Plus. Guard, which we will need for one of these optional fights. Leaf Bracer. If you're unsure what Leaf Bracer does, Leaf Bracer is an ability that keeps you from being interrupted with Cure Spell. MP Rage gives you MP for being damaged. Some extra combo pluses, which just increase your combo chain. Strike Raid, which is a cool fancy ability where I throw my Keyblade. I've used it before. Lucky Strike is item drop increase, which I don't really need anymore. Ragnarok, another cool ability that I tried to use on Hades and he knocked me out of it. Ragnarok you can be knocked out of, Strike Raid you cannot be. Sliding Dash is that ability that slides me to an enemy. Encounter Plus, it resets every area after you go through. I think I explained it before. Combo Master keeps me in a combo even if I don't hit things. Jackpot is extra HP, MP, and money. Some more Treasure Magnet, MP Raids. Blitz, I don't think it's actually shown. Let me... That's Blitz. If you've not seen it before. It's more for like a regular like strength-based character. Haven't used Vortex at all. Slapshot I put on for a little bit, but I don't use very often. Critical Plus would be useful. Gives me extra critical damage. Combo Plus again. Gravity Break was in one of the battles. I did there was like a black orb at the end of the Keyblade, and when it smashed down, it did a small area of effect. That area effect actually casts gravity. I only get a 30% chance to see it happen, but second chance, super useful. I can't be killed. I can't be one-shotted ever. It will always drop me to 1 HP first. And Trinity Limit. Channel parties MP to crush surrounding foes. Minimum MP. Cost all of your MP. Super useful. and will be useful when we do the time limit for the Hades Cup. Yeah. Donald's got pretty good stuff. Second Chance, Leap Racer, Second Wind, which actually brings, if you've noticed, he comes up at full HP all the time. And then some MP Haste, MC Rage. The only thing I think is he's got Berserk and Cheer. Berserk gives you more damage when your HP is low. Cheer makes summon gauges longer. Goofy is Treasure Magnet, Lucky Strike, which again we don't need anymore. Is there anything else that I want him to have? I guess Treasure Magnet. Which is another thing. I can get rid of his Lucky Strike and put it on Treasure Magnet. Because Lucky Strike gives you more rare materials, but we are all done material farming. So we are going to continue on the rest of this week. I probably will try tomorrow to see how things pan out. We will either be doing that question mark match, which will be fun, or we will be doing the Hades Cup Sora only and time trial, just so I can very quickly get those out of the way and make sure that I do them before we finish the game, so I don't have to spend time next weekend. It's like I've spent time every weekend trying to get my way through all these, so hope you have enjoyed us finishing up and me kind of recapping what I've done, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.